recently changed the way that it displays reviews, and when you look at a store page, the total at the top is for people that have bought the game through Steam. That means anyone that got it through a third party or got the key from somewhere, maybe the developer, maybe a giveaway, are not included in this total. All of the reviews are still shown at the bottom though, and if it's from one of those other sources, it has a key next to the review. It's an attempt to try to combat reviews that might have come from exchanges for keys for positive reviews and people that just weren't really invested in the game to begin with, like me, who buy a ton of bundles from various sites, and maybe I wasn't really interested in the game, and I found one small flaw and decided this is crap, I'm gonna give it a negative review. In my pursuit of trying to play the worst games first in my library, I was playing one the other day and found it really wasn't that bad. I looked and it only has 3 reviews, and I decided that's not really a big enough sample size, so I filtered out my list and have gotten rid of anything that has less than 20 reviews to try to get a more accurate badness level for the games that I am playing. However, I think there still will be anomalies, and today is a good example of that. It has tons of reviews, but it just really wasn't that bad. I'm not sure if this game is C-Rush or K-Rush or whatever, but it has one of the easiest to read and user license agreements. Probably the only one I've ever read all the way through. The game makes you go through this really long thing where it just like picks up the ship with some arms and then spins it around a bit and launches it through the door. This is unskippable and you have to do it every time you start the game, which is a touch annoying, but I guess it's not the worst thing in the world. The game started and it sounded like this, but actually it wasn't quite like this. It was about 300% louder. I had to turn this down quite a bit just to not blast your ears. And it also gave me a system tray that looked like this. Digging around in the forum, found the solution of just uninstalling the codecs, which was the thing that was in the system tray, and the audio was fixed. For the most part, it seems like the developer is willing to help out with any major issues that people have trying to play the game, at least back when the game came out. I'm not sure if he's helpful to this day, but back then he was. So finally getting into the game, it is a space shoot 'em up with this beehive-ish look, at least in the first few levels, and that sprayer thing, it looks pretty bad, so I'm going to avoid it and shoot these things to get through this thing here, which is a little tight. I do have a little bit of a problem hitting the single targets with these guns because I feel like the shooty bit should come out of the center, but it's coming out the side, so I kind of have to offset my personal bit like that and shoot it, but for these other guys it's fine. Okay, that screen lock actually happens every time you get an 8x combo, not just when you get it the first time for the achievement like I have here. It happens every darn time. And there are a few other graphical anomalies like screen tearing and some jittering now and then. I started using my controller and realized the buttons do other stuff. Now I don't know what that helps right there, but you can do it, and you can also flip your guy around. So that problem where I'm not able to hit the guys that are in a single row, well, I can just fix that by flipping around like that. Although it didn't help there, because I'm not that great at shoot 'em ups, I will admit that. And here we have a mini boss battle with some little bee-like thingers. You just have to kind of avoid them when they are coming at you like that, because you can't shoot out your butt. Although maybe you can. Maybe there was a button that I never pressed that you can shoot things out your butt and hit things behind you, but I'm not sure. In the bottom right hand corner are little blue dots which indicate my shield. They do recharge pretty quickly, so that gives you a lot of wiggle room as far as getting hit with bullets goes. I've got a new weapon here, and at first I was disappointed because unlike the previous weapon, which I could just hold down the button and have it fire endlessly, this one you have to tap it each time, but then I realized holding it down actually charges it up, and it turns out that the sprayers aren't actually harmful. They recharge your weapon, which is the big bar on the bottom of the screen. Since we do have limited ammunition and there is an exactness or accuracy meter in the upper left hand corner, you do kind of want to avoid pray and spray. Eventually this huge scorpion guy starts to wander onto the field, and I'm not sure what exactly I'm supposed to do, just dodge these projectiles, I guess, and shoot dudes that I can. He finally gets far enough onto the screen that I can get behind him and attempt to shoot at him if he will stop spewing stuff out of his tail. Let's try to sneak back here. And his butt does not seem vulnerable to my attacks, but his tail segments do seem to be shootable, but I never managed to shoot any. So let us check out stage 2, and I'm going to speed it up dramatically because, as you can see, it is actually just like a vertical thing where you just kind of avoid stuff. You really don't have much of a opportunity to shoot at things. It's all just keep going. Don't touch the sides or you're gonna get kerploded. It was an enjoyable enough change up in the playstyle. I believe this game has a lot of negative reviews because, like me, they had some technical errors running it and that just was a turnoff for them. Many of these bad Steam games that I play, the developers just throw them out there and don't try to fix any of the errors, and since the developer did try to help everyone that did have problems, I gotta give him some respect for that. Stage 3 is a boss battle, and even though they give you ample lives at the start, I was not able to beat it in the limited time that I played the game. I'm sure if I were to play it more, I'd get past it. I don't believe there are any continues, but again, they do give you 9 lives at the start, and you are able to earn more as you play. So this game really wasn't that terrible, and I'm a little disappointed. I thought it was going to be worse.